I got some random questions to throw at you here today. First question. Think about the best secondhand item you've ever purchased. Which is the best of anything you've ever bought? You didn't buy it new. You got it pre-owned. What is the absolute best for you, Jay Bird?
I always talk about that Native American Indian doll I had that had one hand.
Okay.
We bought it at a garage sale. Then my mom and Aunt Ann sold it at a garage sale. And then I rebought it years later at another garage sale.
Everybody's trying to get rid of it.
The one-handed doll always came back in my life. And I always knew because it had crayon on its leg and its butt area. So it was trademarked by me.
Okay.
Where is it today?
I have no idea.
Damn.
I think I saw it at our garage sale.
Is that why you've been out there garage sailing a lot?
Oh, my.
Are you just looking for your Indian?
I would be tickled pink if I could find. I would faint if I found that doll again. Yeah, it was a very special doll.
Is it ceramic?
No, it was tall. It was probably a 12-incher.
That's what she said.
And it was beautifully just sculpted and crafted.
What's it made out of?
Plastic of sorts.
Oh, it's like a big Barbie?
Well, those are your words.
I'm trying to figure out what the hell this thing is.
It was like a big
If you want to put out a APB, you have to give a good description.
12-incher, it is.
All we know is it's got crayons in its butt.
No, it's one-handed.
Okay.
It's plastic. It's got tan clothes.
All right.
It's amazing. Yeah, it's made out of plastic.
Okay.
It stands?
Yeah, it stands. You clearly don't have any dolls. Yeah, 12-inch doll is going to stand.
It's got to stand.
I realize I'm talking to the doll man.
But it's such a unique story. How can that not be my answer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to argue with
Look,
you.
we haven't been on the air for a week. I'm real excited.
I'm just happy to have friends again.
I am. It's nice.
What about you, Virginia? What is the best secondhand item you have ever purchased?
Oh my gosh, I love high-end consignment. I find so many amazing things like purses, shoes, stuff that's like really expensive. I love going to the pawn shop. I buy jewelry all the time at the pawn shop.
Okay. Is there one item that stands out from all those things that you got?
Yeah, I does it count if I bought it from a person? Like a friend?
Yeah,
Okay.
secondhand. Yeah,
So
it's just
my-
something you didn't buy new in a store.
My friend was going through a very ugly divorce.
Okay.
And he was trying to retaliate against his wife that he grew to hate.
Okay.
And so he got a hold of a bunch of her jewelry and sold it. And I was like, well, I didn't steal it. So I bought it off of him, some beautiful diamond earrings.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Well,
Okay.
I'm addicted to this thing on YouTube right now where people go to garage sales and they buy things for $1 and then they resell it for like $1,500. They find all these great things secondhand, like you're talking
The
about.
best is if you can find somebody who's going through a divorce and they're angry at their spouse and they have high value stuff
Sure.
because you can get great deals because they just want to sell it for cheap out of spite.
They say the same thing about people that are going through a death and they have to clear out the house and they don't know it. They just want to get rid of everything. They say that's the best time you're going to find the best deals.
Estate sales in fancy neighborhoods. I was driving through Tequesta maybe a couple months ago and I saw these signs in the yard. This lady was putting them all out. Estate sale. I was like, "Arr!" I pulled over and you get to walk through the house, which is so cool. This dead person's house, you get to walk through it and you can look at all their stuff and there's like price tags on everything. And he's right. Sometimes people don't know how to mark stuff. And if you have an eye and you know what you're looking for, you can get really great deals. And plus you're in their house. That's so cool.
Well, there's times too. I went to an estate sale before too, and I found something that I knew was valuable, and they were selling it really cheap. And I even told them to go, "You're selling this too cheap. Let me give you more money for it." And they said, "Nope, just take it." Don't. They were so over money, and they just wanted everything gone and out. They didn't live there.
That's the
and
best.
They wanted.
they just wanted to sell the house.
as quick as possible.
yeah,
Could
the
care less about
stuff
all-
is in the way.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think my best secondhand item that I ever got, I got my moped when I was 14, bought it off somebody else, and man, that was just the key to Kev freedom. Oh,
yeah.
baby, that moped and that mullet together, the wind, just whipping that thing behind it.
Well, how old did you have to be to drive a moped?
14.
Wow. Oh,
Yeah.
my gosh.
And we live kind of a little bit out of town. We were up in a neighborhood that
There's
was
no laws out there.
Yeah, well, it was rough because anybody I wanted to hang out with was in town. And so I was kind of disconnected. I'm an only child. And so, the kids that I kind of grown up with when I was younger, at that point, they were all pretty much gone. They were either older high school or they were just on their way to something else. So I was kind of left all by myself with the younger kids. I'm like, I gotta get out of here.
It sounds like that's when the perfect storm of awesomeness kind of was created. Moped
Yeah.
and Kev's mullet.
Yeah, it
that
all came together.
That morphed into Summer of Kev.
Yeah, and that's why I discovered cool menthols. I mean, it just all came together. It came all together. Motley Crue was crushing it with the albums. I mean, it was just a perfect storm of white trash.
My gosh, you were such a dirtbag.
Oh, that dirtbag's still in there.
Oh, I
It
know.
is.
He's
I
still
know.
in there.
It's
He's
still in there.
covered with a nice glossy
Yeah.
sheen of paint that his
Yeah.
wife's put on him.
Yeah.
But at any moment,
Oh, he's
it's
got
still
nice,
there.
nice new shiny hair, but we know what's deep down inside you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
we see under that rug.
It's there. Let me see another random question. What is one thing you own that you wish you didn't? Speaking of all that shine and gloss, I have these fancy shoes that have one out of those label names on it that my wife's always like, oh, you got to wear that with this. And
Did she get them secondhand from consignment?
I don't know if she did. Maybe she did.
Because
Possibly.
she taught me how to do that.
She does that well.
many years ago. She was
Yeah.
like, "Look," and she brought me into that whole fold, and I was like, "Wow."
Yeah, she lives by that. That's kind of her thing.
She is a hunter.
Yeah, so things just show up in my closet, and they got labels that I don't know what they mean, and
How awesome is that? Labeled clothes that are nice show up in your closet. Where can I get a wife?
yeah, no, I know.
I
No.
want one so
If-
bad.
If it's important to you, it's not important to me, but it's important to her, so I do it. But I gotta tell you, she got me these shoes. I think they're the Louis Vuittons.
Yeah, they're nice.
and they rub
They're like driving loafers.
They rub blisters on my heel every time I put them on. If I ever forget to put a Band-Aid on my heel before I put on the shoes, I'll be in misery in 2 hours. And I'm like, why would you pay so much extra for something that I buy? Typically, my shoes, I'll get stuff for, I'll buy $10 shoes. And they're absolutely amazing and so comfortable. And yet the really expensive ones are the ones that hurt your feet. Shouldn't it be the other way around? Shouldn't when I put on something called Louis Vuitton and it's supposedly so expensive that my feet would never feel better and I never want to wear anything else? Why
It
is that?
should. Here's the problem. You didn't try on the shoe at the store or
Mm-hmm.
at the consignment store, wherever she got it. Shoes are tricky, especially if they're like Panda's got some that I got him secondhand. Prada shoes.
Yeah.
They're nice, expensive, like the Louis. Same thing. He's got to put on a Band-Aid too because they just rub weird.
Yeah.
When you're gifted a shoe that you didn't try
Okay.
on and make sure it feels exactly right.
Yeah. So that's one thing that I own that I wish I didn't. I would take those away and be like, yeah, can we just forget those ever existed?
What if we get you a little sock? A little mini sock.
They look weird with socks. Yeah, that's the only thing.
They make like a ped. You know what a ped is?
Yeah, I got those. They still right above it though. So yeah, so it looks still a little odd.
You want to try to force him to do some stuff he doesn't want to do?
Yeah.
I mean, he's not on trial here.
She's got solutions.
I'm just trying to make
Trying to
fashion
solve the
work.
problems, yeah.
Because those shoes do look good. Your
are
wife
nice.
picked a good
Yeah.
pair of shoes.
They're
They look way better than the flip flops you used to wear when you met her.
I love those flip flops though.
You know, rock them then.
Yeah.
That's what life's about.
Yeah.
Don't the noise. Block out the noise.
I hear you.
He can't. He's married.
I know.
Do either of you have anything that you own that you wish you didn't? Bird?
Yes, I have 3 or 4 of these big giant metal files of,
Okay.
for whatever reason, since we were living in Park Avenue in Lake Park, Florida from the 70s, I somehow still have these 4 files of all these old ripped up encyclopedias. There's all these notes and folders from the 70s and 80s from my dad, and I'm afraid to throw them away, but they take up so much space. There's broken trophies in these 4 big giant metal things, and everywhere I've lived, I've seemed to own them
They
and
just follow
keep them.
you.
Yeah, and I don't know what to do with them because I don't know if they're old, important files. But
Yeah.
I figured if they're from the 70s and 80s and he still hasn't asked me about them,
Yeah.
burn, baby, burn, right?
No, I would hold on to him.
Yeah, see.
I mean, who needs birth certificates?
Right, they're probably the most.
Social security cards, social security
Oh man, that's
card.
probably where all my files are at.
What about you, Virginia? You own anything you wish you didn't?
Well, my husband, for some reason, he keeps doing this. Like, he bought a truck and then he decided that the gas mileage was too much on the truck. So he sold the truck and got a car, then hated the car, got a new truck. But every time he gets a new truck, he gets these new big, massive tires.
Okay.
And he takes the old tires off. But the old tires are like all stacked up in my garage. They take up so much space. And I just wish that the garage was not full of tires.
Okay.
Why are we saving tires?
Okay. All right. I hear you. I don't know. Maybe someday it'll
If
come in
anybody
handy.
wants to buy some Ram tires really cheap, I'll sell them to you.
You are going to get people breaking into the Tequesta gates today for tires. You're saying they're cheap? They're so expensive, man.
These are good tires,
Yeah.
but they're so large.
Yeah.
Oh, those would go so quick. You can make money on those things. Not make money, but you could sell them like that.
Yeah.
Panda will come home and be like, hey, where'd all my tires go?
Just do what my family does: sell stuff and don't tell them about it.
Okay. Random question. One animal must go extinct. Which one?
I'll tell you who, Kev.
Who?
Crawfish, Kev.
Crawfish.
I love
Oh,
crawfish.
man. Oh,
Bye.
man. Wow.
You are cold.
They're evil.
You SOB.
You've made crawfish evil.
Dang, that one hurts.
Virginia, what would it be for you?
A fly. I hate
Okay.
flies.
Yeah.
They serve zero purpose and they drive me insane because they love to land on food. And
Yeah.
I read on Google, as soon as they land, they lay 80 eggs.
Yeah.
And so if you eat anything after a fly's been on it, you eat fly eggs.
This show has really. She's right. I was kidding about the crawfish. Fly might be the worst. You've had so many studies and stats about flies regurgitating and crapping on your food and all
Yeah.
that stuff.
They get in the house and they move so fast you can't even get them.
Go another quick.
A month or two ago, there was this place that I love, and they had flies in the deli. And the person making the sub, they kept on going back to get another ingredient.
And the fly would land
so
on the
the
food.
fly would be landing
Yes.
around. And the whole time I'm
yeah.
watching this fly going, please
Yes.
don't land on my sub, don't land on my sub. And it landed on my sub, but then I didn't want to be a jerk going, hey, can you, blah, 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 with the fly? I didn't know what to do.
I have meltdowns. When we were up in Kentucky, we went to go eat at an outdoor like hot dog stand.
Yeah.
As soon as the fly landed on the rim of the soda, I have to throw the whole soda out. And Rocco sees me doing it, so now he's the same as me. He flips out whenever he sees flies. Like they terrorize
You're
me.
saying Rocco has anxiety?
Yeah, I think I gave him the fly thing. Look, you've messed up your kids too.
Oh, I know.
That's how you come at it.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry. I know. I own it.
It comes with parenting.
I'm gonna have to go mosquito. That's the one for me because to me, I would even outrank them over the fly. Flies are gross. Mosquitoes are deadly, so they carry disease. In fact, I was reading that mosquitoes are actually more attracted to infected blood than they are of healthy blood.
Infected?
Yeah.
Like you're sick?
Well, they did an experiment. For instance, they had mice that were infected with malaria, and the mosquitoes were more attracted to mice with malaria than ones that were not.
Wow.
And they've noticed that with dengue and some of the other ones. For whatever reason, the mosquitoes can smell the disease and they're like going, all I'm here for is to destroy humanity. Let's go for that. Yeah.
Wow, they are diabolical.
Yeah, so they've discovered that once they give the mice vitamin A as a supplement, that it would give them healthier blood and it would kind of wane the mosquitoes from landing on them and going after their blood.
So if a fly landed on your keto sandwich or a mosquito landed on it, which one are you going to?
Well, you're talking about food. So if you're talking about, do I have a fly land on my food or do I have a mosquito with malaria bite me, I am going to go with the fly on my food.
But I'm saying, if a mosquito landed on your food, are you still skeeved out?
Kevin
No, but-
is the food.
Yeah, that's the difference. The danger
Mosquitoes
of
don't
each
care.
insect, yeah. The danger of each insect is the flies will carry the crap onto your food. The mosquitoes will carry the disease into your bloodstream.
I understood what you were saying.
No,
Okay.
I understand what you're saying, but for some reason, if we're talking, I'm melding it together, Virginia. Why don't you pipe down?
I don't think he gets it.
No, I do. Sandwich. If I
Mosquito.
I know. I'm saying if I had a sandwich and a fly landed on my sandwich and a mosquito landed on my sandwich, I would still eat it if a mosquito landed on it. It's just weird what we think. I get it. They're poisonous. They want to kill people. Oh, man. Vacation. I need it again.
Day 2.
I want to go back home.
Well, you started this war when you killed crawfish.
You're right. That was a troll.
That was a troll.
All right, final random question. During the apocalypse, would it be better to live on your own or in a community? I think without a doubt, a community. Because everybody can lend in some kind of skill, and together you can maybe survive, but alone, forget about it. There's going to be so many things going to take you out.
I want to be in a community unless some of the bozos on my HOA are in it. Then
Okay.
they'll ruin it. We'll all be
Yeah.
good as dead.
We know no swimming pools.
No pool.
Yeah.
One word.
Yeah.
Cannibalism. Community. Can't get food. All of a sudden, Virginia's looking pretty good to eat.
Well, at least you got somebody to eat.
That's true.
Damn. Why you gotta eat me first? I thought we agreed we were gonna eat Suits first.
That is the deal.
We did agree.
Well, he's the last one on the show to get here, so.
And he's the youngest, freshest meat.
Yeah, but I think I would taste it. I really do think my meat would taste the best, man. It's been marinated for 45 years with sweets and salts.
I
Dude,
know
we're
you
just gonna-
longer, though. I don't want to eat you first.
He's just going to lay down on a table and say, take me.
He volunteered.
I know. I'd be like, well, he really wants this to happen, so I think I'd go for that.